Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I hope all of you had an amazing holiday season. Welcome back to my channel where I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you. I am back starting off the new year with a Valentine's Day DIY. Yes, I know Valentine's Day is not until next month, but as a crafter, you have to stay ahead to make all the pretty things. And for today, I have 4 Valentine's Day home decor DIYs that are under $5 that I think will bring a bold pop to your decor. So if you want to come join me and see what I create, keep on watching and let's art today. For my first DIY, I have this 14-inch wire wreath form. I also have this microfiber cloth that is located in the auto section and this sparkly love you sign. All materials were purchased at Dollar Tree. I will take that microfiber cloth and place it all around the wreath form. I will pull it tight around it and then hot glue it around the wreath form. Talking about hot glues, my Sure Bonder finally came through this Christmas and I absolutely love this thing. It has a dual heating setting and it has safe mode, which later on in the DIYs I forgot that it had. Here is what the wreath form looks like, hot glued all in the back. I'm flipping it over and then I will be hot gluing the love you sign right on top of the microfiber cloth. Now, if you want, this project would be done just like this, but knowing myself, I needed to add at least one more element to this sign. And for that extra touch, I will be using these pearl beads. I just add a little dollop to the sign and then add the pearl bead on top of the hot glue. I am just doing this to the heart of the sign. Like I said earlier, this step is unnecessary, so if you just want to do the 3 pieces, this sign will cost you $3, but since I am adding the beads, I do add an extra dollar. Even though I didn't use all of it, I still come under $5. And here's how this one turned out. I absolutely love it. It's so simple yet so eloquent that it looks high class, at least from my perspective. I love how the little pearls just gives it that extra touch, and it was so easy to do. This literally only cost me $4 to make, and if you love it as much as I do, please leave me a comment down below with the saying DIY number 1. For my next DIY, I am using this 11 by 14 photo frame. I am removing all of the packaging and the contents inside of the photo frame. After everything is removed, I'm putting the glass piece to the side because I will not be using it. Instead, I will be using this black and white tape that I've had for many years. Now, to save even more money, you can use black and white paint and paint the back of the photo frame. Here's how it looks all taped up, and I absolutely love this look. I'm adding the frame back on. After I add the frame, I have this heart decor piece that Dollar Tree also carries. I'm going to hot glue it to the front of the frame, and there you go. This piece actually costs $2 to make. If you do not have that tape, you can always paint on the black and white stripes, and it came out so gorgeous and I love it. If you love it too, be sure to put DIY number 2 in the comments below. DIY number 3. I have these 4x4 photo frames which are absolutely gorgeous and so cute. I also have these new Valentine's Day sayings window clings that you can put all over your windows. I purchased 2 of those because I just love the font and the text on it. After I remove all the packaging and the contents inside of the photo frames, I'm taking some of my old scrapbook paper that I had on hand that I purchased at Michael's for $2. I'm just trying to find which one that I want, and then I rip it out of that little booklet. Now that I have the scrapbook paper that I want, I folded it down and then cut it to fit the size of the little border that it originally comes with. Now I will hot glue that border onto the scrapbook paper, and here is where I didn't realize that my Surebonder hot glue gun turned off for safety purposes, and I thought I did something wrong, so I went in with my good old hot glue gun to hot glue that paper onto that border. Then I inserted everything back into the picture frame, and I did the exact same thing with the second picture frame. Now I'm adding the window clings to the glass of the picture frame. Now at first I was going to use that big saying, but I didn't like how it looked, so now I'm just adding the love. I cut the arrow off of the love, centered the love sign in the middle of the picture frame, and pressed down firmly. Next I'm adding the arrow back to the picture frame on the side, and I will be adding a heart to the other side. And since these are made for glass, all I had to do was press down firmly and it stuck into place. Like I said earlier, I do the same process for the second picture frame. The only difference is I use a different scrapbooking piece of paper and a different saying from a different window cling. But to save even more money, you can only purchase one of the window clings and use one picture frame, and it only cost $2. And look how these turned out. They are so adorable, and if you don't like big bold signs, these would make a perfect little statement in your Valentine's Day decor pieces. If you love these as much as I do, be sure to leave DIY number 3 in the comment section below. Moving right into DIY number 4, I have this pumpkin sign and also this square photo frame. I'm removing the packaging and the contents in it because all I need is the frame itself. I do show you that I've made my own picture frame in the past using 2 sets of Dollar Tree rulers, and that's the one I'm going to use. But you can use the picture frame, it works just as good. Now to paint my picture frame, I will be using another Christmas present of mine, which are these folk art home decor chalk paints. That's a mouthful. Anyways, these chalk paints are so good. They go on so smooth with good coverage, and the drying time is so short that I need in my craft, and I highly suggest using these paints. I am not sponsored by any means, but I'm just letting you know my opinion, and I really love this paint, so highly recommend it. I am now painting the pumpkin sign, and with each piece I did give them 2 coats of paint to get good coverage. Next, I'm taking this XOXO sign and I'm trying to remove the galvanized part off of it because I want to use that for a different project, and I'm just using the MDF board underneath. I will be painting the XOXO sign using the Imperial Red chalk paint. Like I said earlier, I do give everything 2 coats of paint to make sure that I have good coverage on everything. And the last thing For this project, I will be using this other galvanized lips piece that I purchased at Dollar Tree. I will be painting it the same red as I used for the XOXO, giving it 2 coats and letting it dry completely. After the paint has completely dried, I'm taking that same red and adding a little bit of black acrylic paint to it to give a darker hue or tone. And then I am adding it to the lips, giving it some shadow and a little bit of depth. Now it's time to assemble everything together. I take the backboard and the frame and I hot glue it together. Now I will be adding the XOXO and the lips to the sign. I'm adding some hot glue to the back of it and pressing down so everything adheres together. And here's how it looks just as is, but knowing me, I still have to add a little bit more detail. So I'm taking my Posca acrylic paint pens and I'm adding a little dash to the outside of the lettering, making it look like stitches. I take that same Posca pen and I start outlining highlights that I want to be on the lips. And since these are really big lips, they need to be big highlights. I then fill in the highlights using the same chalk paint that I used earlier. And lastly, I just add a little bit more details to the lips and the frame, and here's how it turns out. This one is my absolute favorite, and if it's your favorite too, don't forget to put DIY number 4 in the comment section below. Here is everything together, and as a whole it looks fantastic, but by far my favorite has to be that XOXO decor piece. Please let me know which one of these were your favorite today in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, click on the bell notifications and hit all so that you can always be notified when I upload new videos, and I would love for you to be part of my virtual art family. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait for 2022's crafting with you, and I will see you in the next one.